Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can I be heard? Welcome, arise and sing. We gather together in joyful thanksgiving, acclaiming creation whose bounty we share, both sorrow and gladness we find now in our living. We sing a hymn of praise to the life that we bear. We gather together to join in the journey, confirming, committing our passage to be a true affirmation in joy and tribulation, when bound to human care and hope, then we are free. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we trust the wisdom in each of us, every color, every creed and kind, and we see our faces in each other's eyes, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we tell our story from deep inside, and we listen with a loving mind, and we hear our voices in each other's words, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in the holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we share the silence of sacred space, and the God of our heart stirs within, and we feel the power of each other's faith, then our heart is in a holy place. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place.
Beautiful. Welcome. It is a great day to be here at the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Atlanta. I am so glad you are here. My name is Reverend Taryn Strauss. I am senior minister here at UUCA, where we are transforming lives through courageous action and soulful connection. No small thing. If you have found us here for the very first time, I want you to know you are so welcome here, and we hope you will stop by the table in the vestibule right outside of this sanctuary and fill out a visitor card so we can follow up with you and welcome you further. We are making a place here. This is our new home on this land that was cultivated and cared for by the Muskogee Creek Native people long ago. In an effort to repair generations of harm done to the first people who inhabited this land, we are seeking a meaningful connection with the tribe today, so we may offer resources and be a part of some healing of all that has been broken. We will keep you updated on the progress. This place, this home for the human spirit, for those who believe in God and call it God, for those who approach the natural and scientific world with wonderment and call it good, for those who pray and need no firm knowledge of being for their prayers to be felt and heard. You who are on the spiritual journey of understanding, you are welcome here. You who are queer, you who are transgender, you who are suffering, who are struggling, you who are lonely, you are all welcome to join this merry band of hopefuls. We are many cultures, we are many races here. We are many ages. This is a fully multi-generational worship experience today. So we have children staying in our worship all throughout the whole hour, throughout the whole service. We are many expressions of gender. We contain multitudes. And if you are here, well, you are part of it now. You are in it, and we hope you feel the warmth of this congregation and what it is trying to do in this world. We hope you feel cherished and welcome to your faith home. And it is wonderful to be joined in leading worship, joined by Laura Beth Brown, our Director of Lifespan Religious Education, joined by the fabulous Love Supremes in the house today. So get ready to feel supremely loved. And of course, the wonderful Willie Sullivan joining us on piano. At this time, I'd love to invite Spencer and Meredith Milby, who will light our chalice this morning. Come on up. And as they do so, you can please join me in saying our chalice lighting words together. May the light of this flame illuminate our tradition of seeking, invite all who yearn for acceptance, and ignite our passion for justice and peace. And now, Meredith and Spencer are going to lead us in this morning's movement prayer. So I want to invite everyone, all of you, to rise in body or in spirit and join us in this morning's embodied movement prayer. First, we bow to honor the spirit of life. We lift our arms and embrace the gifts of spirits. We bring our arms in with gratitude and breathe and smile. We share the gifts of spirits with the world. We remember to be present, honor, embrace. With gratitude, share, be present. Amen. As this is a fully multi-generational service, we are inviting our kindergarten through high school age children and youth to remain in the service today. And as a reminder, just feel free to utilize our fidget and craft items over on our wonder wall over there. And we do have childcare available for our youngest children if they would like to recess at this time. And this is also the time for you to turn and greet your neighbor, welcome them into this holy space.
This precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. I give thanks for a singing congregation. Amen. And I am thankful for this time with you. And I am thankful, probably unsurprisingly, for mythical stories. So I wonder if you have ever heard of the hungry ghosts. These mythical creatures are found in Chinese Buddhism and are believed to be the souls or ghosts of people who were greedy, miserly, stingy, mean even when they were alive. These tortured souls are found throughout early Buddhist writings and eventually in Buddhist art. Pictured here on the top. You see, they are hungry because of their needle-thin throats and their bloated stomachs. They could never ingest enough food and water through their thin throats to fill their big stomachs, so they constantly experienced excruciating hunger and thirst. Pretty scary, huh? Speaking of scary, check out this guy. Okay, so maybe he doesn't look scary, but don't let his cuteness fool you. He's scary. And who is he, by the way? Elf on a shelf. And what does he do each year for Santa? Oh, yeah, exactly. That's right. He watches you to make sure that you behave. And if you don't, Santa's going to hear about it. Scary. Yep, scary that he watches your every move. Some people might even say creepy. And scary that he's going to tell on you. He is what you call a scare tactic.
He is meant to scare you into behaving. The same is true for the hungry ghosts. They were used to scare Buddhists into being kind and generous and charitable. Otherwise, they might end up as a hungry ghost. But you know what? I don't think scare tactics are very helpful. In fact, I'm more curious about why people feel greedy or feel like they don't have enough. I think the hungry ghosts are already inside of us. They're inside of us when we find ourselves feeling like we are lacking in some way. And I have invited a few friends to have a little bit of a conversation with me to explore this a little further. So I'm going to invite Sonia Tinsley Hook, Gree Gagne Nobis, and Zachary Lanterman up here to help explore this just a little bit further. Children of all ages here.
Hello, everybody.
So Z, you're going to stand this way. Great. Right here.
Hi.
Hi. So we have not rehearsed this, but I did give them a cue about what we were going to be talking about. And so I wanted to ask each of them, and I'm going to start with you, Gree. Okay. What are some ways that you see either greed in yourself or greed in other people? How do you experience or see greed in your life?
I would think of it as like, well, imagine like it's, I don't know, it's someone's birthday. But they have a pie, and you're supposed to have one, but you take like, I don't know, 3/4.
Oh, okay. So Gree is talking about, suppose there's a pie, in case you can't hear, and there's only enough for everybody there, but instead of taking one piece, you take like 3 or 4 pieces.
Take the entire pie, just pretend there wasn't one to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is definitely a way to experience greed. What about you, Z? I'm curious.
I'll be honest with you. I grew up as a pretty sheltered kid. I didn't really experience greed or hardships firsthand, but there are people that have, and honestly, that makes me really sad, for lack of a better word. I don't really experience it, but I know firsthand that I do feel it multiple times, many times, a lot in my life.
Yeah. So can you name a time when you start to experience like you really really want something and you don't have it?
The pie example. I'll be honest with you.
Okay. What about you, Sonia?
This is metaphorical, guys.
So I learned an interesting thing a few years ago. If you ask most people, what does a human baby need, like a newborn baby? And we start saying things like food or milk. But really, what a human baby needs, and this is something we learned from social psychology, is human babies need someone to give them food, milk, protection. And so we're wired from the very beginning to be anxious about having that connection. It's just a part of who we are, because a baby can't do anything, even if you put all the water and food in the world next to it, unless someone cares for that baby and makes sure that it's fed and protected, then nothing happens. So I really think that ache and concern for belonging that we have from the very beginning is sometimes the source of our craving. We want to make sure we have enough. Is someone there? Maybe I need the right things or more things to feel loved, to make sure someone is going to be there to take care of me.
So it's less about the end result and the materials and more about the person actually giving them to you.
Exactly.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Gree, I'm curious. Do you, where do you think? Yes. Great.
Good job.
Ready to take over. Where do you think greed comes from? Why, or why do you think people experience greed?
because they think that they deserve to have more than others just because that they think they don't have enough.
Yeah, so Gree said that people think they deserve more than others.
Just because
That they don't feel enough. Yep, that is true. Yep. So you gave us a very wonderful reason why we might experience greed, like from a very, very primal level. But I'm curious, do you have any thoughts about why we experience greed?
Yes, actually. Greed is facilitated by want. And greed is formed when we want something so much, or maybe we need something so much, that it gets to the point where we actively put other people down to get it. We make sure that those other people can't get whatever we want, like food or clothing or rights, so that we can have it. And because of this, they want it, and therefore it facilitates greed in them, and then repeats. It's a never-ending cycle of greed and want and greed and want. It just keeps going. It doesn't end. And we need to break out of the cycle, but it's really hard to break out of the cycle when, you don't have any of the things that you want or heck even need, like food.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Can we give them a hand? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. So you can have a seat now. Z wants to say one more thing. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like if you need to use scare tactics to make people be nice, I think that isn't exactly niceness or kindness,
Yes.
Nice is saying good things, and kindness is doing good things, and that should come from our heart, not from a fear of being turned into some tortured spirit. And by the way, nobody deserves to have that happen to them, good Lord. That is terrifying. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. So one of the reasons I invited Z up here today is because Z often wants to process the sermon with me on Sundays. We definitely have conversations around that. So thank you all for that thoughtful reflection. So we're going to hear a little bit more about this as we move through the service. But I am going to turn it over to the Love Supreme, since you brought up love, to put a little love in our heart. Here we go.
Maybe this song is the antidote to greed. How about that?
Yes, love,
Absolutely.
right? It's about love.
Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see. Another day goes by and still the children cry, put a little love in your heart. You want the world to know we won't let hatred grow, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. Just wait and see. Wait and see. Take a good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. Hope when you decide kindness will be your guide, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world
you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live.
Let us put hands upon hearts. Feel the heartbeats, connection to life. Breathe in peace. Say to yourself silently, I will love myself. I will love others. And that love can heal this world. At this time, we hear the joys and sorrows of this congregation. We extend our loving energy and our condolences to the family and friends of Elizabeth Marsala, who passed away unexpectedly this week. She will be missed dearly as a part of our beloved congregation. Breathing in, we send our love to the lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans community, queer community in Colorado Springs. Very early this morning, someone committed a heinous act of violence at a nightclub, and some people died, and others were injured. We send our love out to that community, and we hold in precious, tender love anyone in this community, anyone who in this moment is feeling afraid or unsafe. And we hold out the light of hope that one day all people everywhere will be free to love who they love, to dance the night away, and to know the joy of that freedom as precious, holy, and safe. Today is also Transgender Day of Remembrance and Resilience. And on this day, we honor the memory of lives, precious souls that were lost to acts of anti-trans violence. You are invited to write names of someone who you have loved and lost, someone who you maybe have lost to anti-trans violence. Write their name into the live chat or speak their name aloud into this holy space now. Michael. May all beings find connection. May all people find comfort. May all of us find more ways to be more loving. Spirit of life, love eternal, we rest for a moment in holy gratitude. We surrender to a mystery beyond ourselves, asking forgiveness for our mistakes, those times we have been selfish or thoughtless. Breathing in and out, we offer grace. We forgive ourselves. We forgive each other. We begin again in love. Breathing in, we honor our sacred earth, supporting and sustaining all life. Opening our hearts to wonder for just one moment, feeling a deep connection with all beings. Let us calm our bodies and our minds. We breathe in peace, and we exhale. We relax into this space that our intentions make sacred. We enter into the silence.
From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live.
Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for this time we share love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day. What is it that nourishes you the most? What do you find the most nourishing? Close your eyes and delve into the landscape of your memory and your imagination. Think of what nourishes you. Is it a great workout or a beautiful hike? Is it a good snuggle with your loved one or with your beloved pet? Is it the experience of going out and seeing live music? What is that thing that is foundational to your good nature or to your mental stability? That thing where if you go for too long without it, you start to wonder if your center will hold. For me, it is feast. I remember the word from a stone that I received at a threshold moment. It was the night before my wedding day. I was in my friend's backyard, surrounded by a circle of my closest and oldest friends, and my sisters too. On all of them, were holding in their hands a smooth stone, upon which they had written a blessing for me as I transitioned to life as a married person. And in silver pen, my friend Alyssa had written on a tan river stone that single word in all capital letters, feast. If there is a heaven, see, I believe it is a large round table at a very authentic Szechuan restaurant. The kind with the mala flavor, the numbing peppercorns. There's a giant lazy Susan in the middle, and all my family is there, and all my close friends, who my sons call Framley. They say, is this person Framley? And really you are there too. And the lazy Susan goes round and round as we share dishes, and the evening continues, but the conversation, it never falters. And we talk late into the night, laughing, sometimes occasionally breaking out in song, raising a glass in toast and praise to one another. And as each dish arrives to the table, there's a collective ooh. And we tell stories all late into the night, and there's candles at the table, and this is just what makes life worth living for me. We pass the dishes around and around until they are gone and everyone is satisfied. It's that song sung by the Highwomen. I want a house with a crowded table. You know that song? And a place by the fire for everyone. Growing up, whenever I went out to dinner with my family, as a family of 6, which was actually very infrequent, we always shared 3 dishes between us. It was the loaves and fishes. It was always enough. We might make ample use of the free chips and salsa, or the free side of rice that came with the dish, or the complimentary crunchy breadsticks stacked in the glass at the center of the table. But one way or another, everyone would be fed. But not everybody would receive their own dish. This really is heaven. It's the one where everyone is welcome to the table and everyone has enough. And for me, the most difficult thing about the 2.5 years of pandemic was the absence of the feast. In our family, we even tried it a couple of times. There was a Passover dinner we attempted, I think at one point, that was canceled because someone wasn't feeling well. There was a Christmas Eve night where some friends and I huddled around card tables in the freezing cold darkness and tried to eat potluck style, but we were too far away to hear each other very well. But really, I'm not so concerned about the karmic retribution of becoming a hungry ghost in the afterlife. No, I am more concerned with this life. And I wonder if there are times when we may feel like that hungry ghost, always wanting more, never able to reach the abundance that is right there within our grasp. My friend, Reverend Sherry Holiday Kwan, speaks of hungry ghosts as a story from the Chan Buddhist tradition, reminding us of what can happen when we, in this life, are surrounded by everything we need, but somehow we're not able to take it in. We're not able to know that feeling of enough. Now, I don't know about you, but at my house, the Christmas present lists have already begun and are already on the refrigerator. We worry, we fret that we will not get what we most want, that our desires will be judged as too much or not right. But then what if we do receive what we desire? The truth is, I don't know if any other parents can relate, but Christmas Day at my house comes with a lot of tantrums and a lot of emptiness, that disappointment. that really, even when you receive what you've asked for, the idea you had of it in your mind was better than what you see before you. In fact, just the stack of presents all wrapped beautifully in a bow was better than the thing after you opened it. Surrounded that disappointment, it's receiving what you've asked for, and then there's no more anticipation. Just January, I guess. Surrounded by empty boxes and wrapping paper. So this is it, then? There's a longing for something you do not yet possess, a chasm in the soul we long to fill, a sense of completeness or arrival we keep waiting for. And certainly our capitalist Christmas machine makes good use of that feeling of longing, that feeling of yearning. But what if you already had it? I mean, what if you had it all along? What if the life you are living right now and the possessions you already possess and the people who are around you, what if it already is exactly enough? See, sometimes I must admit this sense of striving for more, it can be motivating. It's not all bad. It can offer purpose and momentum so powerful that it calls to you with vigor. It can throw you a lifeline in a difficult time. For many of us, this building was like that in the pandemic. As the world was shifting and becoming more terrifying and chaotic, it was helpful to focus on a capital campaign. And after that, to renovate a property. And we did. We did, in fact, triumph. And now the building is here, and we are here. And in some ways, I think we are in danger of finding ourselves knee-deep in empty wrapping paper and empty boxes, missing the blessing altogether. We may find ourselves in danger of feeling like, this is it. That's the relentless ascension calling to us like a hungry ghost. What's next? What more are we not doing? What else could we have? What's missing? But what if this is enough? Do we even know what that feels like? To be enough ourselves and to have enough. If we don't know what that really feels like, then we are in danger of missing the blessing. You've heard me say this before. But you are enough. And in fact, you have an all-access pass to connect with that thing that most nourishes you. The truth is, in the pandemic, we did find a way to feast sometimes, but it looked a little different. Maybe it was a Zoom call with old friends who I hadn't spoken to in years. Maybe it was a slapdash wedding at Sue Certain's house, marrying her daughter through a Zoom screen. These moments of feast, they happened. But could we call them feast? Could we see the abundance of what they were in that moment, the creativity, the scrappiness, the sense of belonging that we could capture? If we stopped comparing it to what we wish we had and just experienced enough. Don't miss the blessing. You have a place at the table. And now that you have brought the feast, it is also time for you to make another place at the table for someone else so that they don't miss the blessing. To know that you have enough to share is to share it with others. Sometimes you have to share the abundance, fully share it, to realize what you have. Don't miss the blessing. This is the spirit of our radical welcome philosophy here at UUCA. We hope that the way we welcome people on Sundays, we hope that the way we welcome people into this space, that it extends to you in your life out there and how you welcome people into a space or into your own heart. That you begin the practice of praising others like Z invited us to do, right? To share the praise. I think we're so quick to complain, to look for what we wish was here. And then we miss the blessing of what actually is happening, what is actually unfolding in our midst. You know, there's a congregant who suggested to me that maybe at the end of every service, we get our phones out, or we just say it to somebody. We just offer somebody some praise. We email a member of the staff, or we connect with somebody in the social hour, and we just say, hey, I have noticed this about you. I have noticed you. I have seen what you're doing. And I have praise to offer you, for who you are and what you bring to this place. Don't miss the blessing. This practice of praise, this practice of gratitude and serving, however you can, in ways that may seem small, but stacked upon each other are quite large, are so large enough they can change the world. They can create a world of enough for all of us.
Oh, we give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here and those far away, for this time we share with love and care. Oh, we give thanks for this precious day.
For a place to come to, whose sole mission is to feed our souls, we give thanks. For this place where we come to seek our heart's deepest longing, we give thanks. Let me hear you say thank you. Thank you. For a place where we can lay down our fears, our worries, our doubts, our heartbreak, our joy, where we can lay it down and give it all up to Spirit, give it all up to each other. We give thanks. Let me hear it. And who would we be without a congregation who encourages us to be better, to be more just, to create art, to take spiritual risks, to love and move our bodies, to be led by the heart in all things? My friend Sadie used to say, this is years ago, well, on Sundays, I like to go hiking. That's my church. And I would tell her something then, and I will tell it to you now. Hiking is lovely. Hiking is not church. Only church is church. The choir that sings our heart's song when you can hear the harmonies reverberate in your chest. The friends who check in on us or who we check in on, reminding us that our lives are served by serving. The mentors for our children who guide them through the challenges of growing up. The coffee cake baked by the baking ministry. It is fabulous. Thank you. Thank you, there's your praise. The food drive organized by Women Empowered. The congregation praying for you on Sunday when you are sick. The message that inspires you and lifts you up when you are feeling anxious and weary. The soulful work of anti-racism. The people who really know how to listen well, how to make you feel like when you are sharing that you are the only one who matters. The traditions, the rituals. No, only church is church. And by the way, Sadie is now a Unitarian Universalist minister. She still hikes on Saturdays. And this congregation, in order to keep doing what it does so beautifully, so imperfectly beautifully, needs your financial support. We want you to be an active part of this place. If this is a place that you want to bring your dreams, your hopes, and make it even better. If this is where you want to bring yourself, your family, your doubts, your questions, Even if you just started coming here a few months ago, even if you are joining us online, now is the time to pledge for 2023 so that we can be the center that we long to be, the center for art, activism, and justice in Atlanta. So we can keep our amazing staff, so we can offer our dreams up to this city we love and be a place where all beliefs are celebrated. Now, I don't know if there's a special slide. I think there's not. Okay, that's okay. But we are currently at $700,000, so thank you. It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. But we need over $300,000 more to get to where we need to be just to maintain current staffing, and a little more than that if we want to have an associate minister. And we believe that the generosity is out there. It's among you now. But the time has come to pledge a percentage of your own household budget and to share in the blessing we did in our family, and we were glad to share in this blessing with you, to be a part of something larger, greater than any one of us. But now is the time, officially now, to make your pledge. So if somebody at UUCA is trying to call you or text you or email you, please call them back. Have a heart-to-heart with them about your hopes and your dreams for this place. Make your pledge. Make this a place where everyone gives enough, and then everyone gets to share in the abundance. So today, after the worship service, we will have tables of people all around, ready to receive your pledge for 2023. And then later this afternoon, dozens of UCA leaders are going to hold a telethon here in the social hall. They will make lots of calls and emails in a specific effort to connect with you. So if you connect with them right after the service, you will save them a little bit of time at the telethon this afternoon. But the time to pledge has come. And so if you really want to live into your dreams for this beloved congregation that has already made so many miracles happen, we do not want a community that is served by the few. We flourish when we are all in it together. It's about experiencing what can happen when we at UUCA achieve peak generosity. It's awesome. Generosity that includes all of us giving our parts. So, stewardship is upon us. You know what to do. And now we will have the offering, which is our chance to be generous and to contribute to this year's budget. It's like a different thing. It's for 2022. And so now this morning's offering will be given and most gratefully received.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog who was a good friend of mine. Never understood a single word he said, but I helped him drink his wine. Yeah, he always had some mighty fine wine. Singing joy to the world, all the boys and girls now. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. If I was the king of the world, tell you what I'd do. I'd throw away the cars and the bars and the wars and have a little fun with you. Sing now, joy to the world, all the boys and girls now. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. And this is the part where we clap and we dance. And you know this song, so sing along with us, right? We love everybody, and we love to have our fun. We're high life flyers and rainbow riders, and whoa, that we've only begun. Oh yeah! You better believe that we've only begun. We're spreading joy to the world, all the boys and girls now. Joy to the fishes in the deep blue sea, joy to you and me. And I'm in fishes in the deep blue sea. Joy to you and me. Joy to you and me. Yeah, yeah. Joy to you and me.
That was good clapping.
Okay, let's bless this. Let's bless this amazing community that brings us so much joy each and every week in so many different ways. You bringing each other joy, joy to the world, joy to each of us. Sometimes we have to scrape and search for that joy somewhere when the world is scary and hard as it is now, but we still seek. And in certain moments, we still find it. And then we have something to bring back to the rest of our lives, to all the other people we touch, that blessing unfolding, for the chance to be a part of some hard-won joy sometimes. We are so grateful for the chance to be generous and to be invited to that generosity again and again. We are grateful. So blessings upon this gift. May it go far and wide to spread some joy in this world. Please join me in the dedication of this morning's offering. For the work of this congregation, which is weaving a tapestry of love and action we call community, we dedicate our lives and these our offerings.
We give thanks for this precious day, for all gathered here, and those far away, for this time we share, with love and care, we give thanks for this precious day.
You know, love is certainly one antidote to the angry ghost, but another might be the honorable harvest, an antidote to the feeling of scarcity and greed. I wonder if you have heard of the honorable harvest. Anybody out there hear of the honorable harvest? Oh, good, I get to teach you something new. Okay, think of it like this. As Unitarian Universalists, we have a covenant of principles that lets us know how we should be in relationship or in connection with other Unitarian Universalist congregations. We also have a covenant for this congregation that helps us know how to best be in relationship with each other. And our children and youth create covenants in their own groups at the beginning of the religious education program year, covenants that help them feel safe and encouraged with their fellow peers. The honorable harvest is also a covenant. It is a covenant between us, humans, and the earth. Robin Wall Kimmerer, member of the Citizen Potawatomi Nation and author of Braiding Sweetgrass, Indigenous Wisdom, Scientific Knowledge, and the Teachings of Plants, explains that although these principles are not written down, if they were, they would look something like this. And I'm going to invite Reverend Taryn to join me in reading them.
I'm totally going to read these with you, but first I have to say that you said hangry ghost, and I thought that was awesome. Because sometimes we are hangry, right? We're so hungry, we're angry.
Yeah.
We're angry.
Yes.
Ask permission. Okay, so this is the honorable harvest.
Yes.
These are the principles of the honorable harvest. Ask permission of the ones whose lives you seek. Abide by the answer.
Never take the first, never take the last.
Harvest in a way that minimizes harm.
Take only what you need and leave some for others.
Use everything that you take.
Take only that which is given to you.
Share it as the earth has shared with you.
Be grateful.
Reciprocate the gift.
Sustain the ones who sustain you, and the earth will last forever.
That's my favorite one. Sustain the ones who sustain you. It might be that you have everything you need already. It is important to check in and find out, and what does it even feel like to have enough? What does it even feel like to be satisfied? To receive the blessing and call it good.
I think my favorite is the be grateful. I have a morning gratitude practice, and this is what helps me understand what enough is. When I am practicing gratitude, when I am focusing on all of the things and the blessings in my life that I do have, it is hard for me to focus on what I don't have.
The concept of enough is powerful beyond measure. It is, in fact, eternal. Sustain the ones who sustain you, and the earth will last forever. Rise in body or in spirit.
For this precious day,
For this precious day,
gathered here,
for all gathered here,
and far away,
and this far away,
for this time we share,
for this time we share,
love and care,
with love and care.
we give thanks.
Oh, we give thanks
For this precious day,
for this precious day.
So this is a time for savoring, to experience nourishment and not want for more, to know that the experience you are having is enough and that it is best when shared. So may you go now in blessing, and may you be the blessing for someone who needs it. Amen. Go in peace.
join us one more time. Oh, we give